Hello everybody, and thank you so much for watching. Today we will make this absolutely gorgeous jacket. It is made with Bohemian Colors. Look how beautiful they are. The pattern we are using is a 2-round repeat, so it is simple, but it is very pretty. We will make 2 hexagons. When the hexagons are folded together, they will make the left and the right side of the jacket. You can make this jacket any size that you like, so you can adjust the width and the length of your sleeves and the width and the length of your jacket. You can crochet along with me and use the same kind of yarn, a medium yarn. Here's the yarn information and the hook information. And if you make the same rows and rounds as I do, you will get a jacket that's about this size. And again, you can make more or less rows and rounds to make the jacket any size that you like. So first we will make the 2 hexagons. They're both identical. Then we will make the seams for our jacket, and if you like, you can add the triangle for some extra neck space. Then we will add length to our jacket. You can add more rows to make even a coat out of it. We will make our sleeves longer. And then we will add a border around the entire jacket and the sleeves. Let's get started with a magic ring. Put the end of the yarn in your open hand, then wrap around your 2 fingers like an X. Turn your hand over, go underneath the right loop, and pull the left piece of yarn through, and we have our magic ring. Start round 1. Chain 3 to replace the first double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 3 more for the chain space. 1, 2, 3. You can pull the ring a little tighter. Now make another double crochet around both pieces of yarn into the ring. And chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and repeat 4 more times. Make a double crochet into the ring. Chain 3. Double crochet into the ring. And chain 3. And 2 more times, double crochet into the ring. Chain 3. And double crochet into the ring. And chain 3. Now you can pull your ring tight. We have 6 doubles and 6 chain spaces. Go into the first chain space and make a slip stitch. Right into that chain space, make that slip stitch and start round 2. In round 2, we will make our 6 corners. Chain 3 to replace the first double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and make a double crochet into the first chain space. Chain 2, and make 2 more doubles into the chain space, the first chain space. 1 and 2. Chain 2 and repeat 5 more times. Go to the second chain space and make 2 double crochet into it. 1 and 2. Chain 2 and make 2 more doubles into the same chain space. 1 and 2. And chain 2 and repeat 4 more times. Make 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles into all of the chain spaces. And chain 2 in between the corners. At the end of round 2, we have 6 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a chain 2 in between every corner. Finish the round with a chain of 2 and make a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. The first chain may look a little small. 1, 2, 3. It's the chain next to the double crochet. Go into the 3rd chain and make a slip stitch. Make a slip stitch into the double crochet. The loop looks a little big. Go into the double, make a slip stitch, and also slip stitch into the chain space, right into the corner space, and start round 3. Chain 3 for the first double crochet, and make a double crochet into the corner space, so we're making our same corner again. Chain 2 and make 2 more doubles into the chain space of 2. 1 and 2, and that's our regular corners. 2 double, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Chain 1, skip over the first double, go into the second double and make a double crochet into it. Chain 1, skip to the chain space in between the first 2 corners and make a double crochet into the chain space. chain 1 and go to the second corner. Skip the first double of the second corner, go into the second double and make a double, and chain 1. And you can repeat that sequence 5 more times. Make your usual corner into the second corner, go into the chain space of 2 and make 2 doubles, 1 and 2, chain 2 and make 2 more doubles into the corner space, 1 and 2. Now let's make the second side. Chain 1, skip the first double, make a double into the second double, chain 1, make a double crochet in between the second and the third corner into that chain space, chain 1, skip the double and make a double into the second double. That's our next corner. Chain 1, and if you noticed, we have 4 chain spaces in between the corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here are our corners. Make the third corner, 2 double crochet, 2 chains and 2 double crochet into the chain space of 2. Chain 1, skip the first double, double crochet into the second double, chain 1, double crochet into the chain space, chain 1, skip the first double, double into the second double, and chain 1. Now you can repeat those sequences 3 more times. Make your corners with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Chain 1, skip the first double, make a double crochet into the second double, chain 1, make a double into the chain space in between the 2 corners, chain 1, skip the first double, make a double into the second double, and chain 1. Now if you like, you can test your hexagon and fold it corner to corner. It should have an L shape. Let's finish our last side together. Make your fifth corner with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Chain 1, skip over the first double, double crochet into the second double, chain 1, double crochet into your last chain space in between the last 2 corners, chain 1, then skip over the chain of 3 and then go underneath the slip stitch that we made into the double and crochet directly into the double. So make a double into the double crochet, ignoring the slip stitch. I just make a regular double crochet into that last double, the second double, chain 1, and now we can make our 3 slip stitch again. The first one into the third chain, the second one into the double, and the third one into the chain space. And we have our 4 chain spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can start round 4. This is our hexagon after round 3, and now we can start round 4. And round 4 is the first of our 2 repeating rounds that we will crochet over and over. Start round 4 with your usual corner. Chain 3, make a double, chain 2, and double crochet 2 into the first corner space. Now we make all double crochet into the first 2 doubles, 1, and into the second double, 2, then double crochet into the chain space, into the double, into the chain space, into the double, into the chain space, into the double, and the last chain space, and then double crochet into the 2 doubles of the second corner, 1 and 2. And now you can repeat that sequence 5 more times. Make your second corner into the chain space of 2 with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Then double crochet into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces. And if you want to double check yourself, there should be 15 double crochet on each of the 6 sides. So in between every corner, there should be 15 double crochet. Between each of the 2 corner spaces, we have 15 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 6 times. Let's finish the last side together. Make a double crochet into the 3rd chain underneath the slip stitch again. So we ignore the slip stitch, go directly into the 3rd chain and make the double into that. And then again, ignore the slip stitch and make a double into the last double crochet underneath the slip stitch. And we can finish our round again, slip stitch into the 3rd chain, into the double, and into the chain space, and we have our 15 doubles on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we can start round 5, our second round of the pattern repeat, where we make chain spaces again. Chain 3, make a double, chain 2 and make 2 doubles into the corner space. Then chain 1. Now in the chain space round, we always skip the first double, make a double into the second double. Chain 1, skip a double and make a double. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Chain 1, skip 1 and make a double. Notice the last double is empty, so in the rounds where we make the chain spaces, we'll always have the first double and the last double empty. Make a double crochet into the second to last double. Chain 1, skip 1, and now you can repeat that sequence 5 more times. Let's make our corner again. Go into the corner space and make 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Then chain 1, skip the first double and make a double, and so on. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Make the double, chain 1, and then skip the last double below, so the first and the last doubles stay empty. Now repeat that sequence 4 more times. Make your corners with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Then chain 1, skip the first double, make a double, chain 1, skip 1, and so on. This way we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain spaces on each side in between the corners. Notice we had 4 chain spaces, now we have 8. And in the next sequence we will have 12 and then 16, so always 4 more chain spaces. And then you can finish your side, make your last double crochet into the 3rd chain, ignore the slip stitch again, then chain 1, skip the last double. Remember, we always skip the first double and the last double when we make our rounds with the chain spaces. Slip stitch into the 3rd chain, into the double and into the chain space, and start round 6. Round 6 is the first round of the pattern repeat again, where we make all double crochet. Make your corner with a chain of 3, a double, a chain of 2 and 2 doubles. Then make doubles into the 2 previous doubles, 1 and 2. Then double crochet into all of the chain spaces and in all of the doubles, into the chain space and into the double, and continue this pattern all the way around. Make your corners with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Double crochet into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces. In this round, when you look in between the corners, we have 23 double crochet. And you can finish the round the same way we did before, and I apologize that the yarn is getting so dark. Make your double crochet into the 3rd chain underneath the slip stitch, make your double crochet into the double crochet underneath the slip stitch, and finish the round with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain, into the double and into the chain space. Let's start round 7, our second round of the pattern repeat. Start your corner with a chain of 3, a double, a chain of 2 and 2 doubles. In this round we will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 chain spaces. Always skip your first and your last doubles in the round where we make the chain spaces. So chain 1, skip the first double, then make a double into the second double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, and over here make your double into the second to last double, chain 1, skip the last double, and then continue with your usual corner, 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles, and you can finish the round Remember to leave the first double empty and the last double empty. We have 12 chain spaces. So make your last double into the third chain, chain 1, skip the last double, slip stitch into the third chain, into the double and into the chain space, and start round 8. Make round 8 the same way you did round 6. This time we have 31 double crochet in between the 2 corner spaces. So double crochet into the doubles and double crochet into all of the chain spaces. And make your corners with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles, and you can finish the round double crochet into the third chain, double crochet into the double, then slip stitch into the third chain, into the double and into the chain space, and start round 9, our second round of the pattern repeat. Make round 9 the same way you did round 7, but with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 chain spaces, so 4 more than in round 7. Make your corners with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles, and remember to always skip the first double and the last double on each side. So start the side, chain 1, skip the first double, double crochet into the second double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, and so on. And then you can finish the round, make a double into the third chain, chain 1, skip the last double and slip stitch into the third chain, into the double crochet and into the chain space. And now you can repeat the rounds with the solid double crochet and the rounds with the chain spaces as many times as you like to make the sleeve of your jacket as wide as you like. You can use a jacket you like as a template or measure yourself to decide what width you want your sleeve to be. After 13 rounds, my sleeve is 9 inches wide. And now you can make a second hexagon exactly the same way you did your first hexagon. Now that we like the width of our sleeve, we can make our jacket wider. We will add rows to 3 sides. On the left side of the jacket as we're wearing it, we will start in the front, work down the front, around the bottom and up the back, and we will go back and forth and add rows this way. And on the right side of the jacket as we're wearing it, we will start in the back, go down the back, around the bottom and up the front, back and forth. This way, our rows where we just make double crochet, we will always look at them from the right side. Let's start with row 1. So here's the front of our jacket. Everything's right side up. Let's start in the corner. Put a slip knot on your hook, then yarn over and make 2 double crochet into the corner space. 1 and 2. And this is a round where we make double crochet, so we double crochet into all of the doubles, double crochet into the next 2 doubles, 1 and 2, and double crochet into all of the chain space. So double crochet into the chain space, double into the double into the chain space, and double into the double, and so on until you get to the next corner. Crochet your first side, and you should have an uneven amount of doubles until you get to the corner. I have 71. Then make your corner, make 2 doubles into the previous 2 doubles, make your corner with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles, and crochet the second side, double crochet into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces, and then make your second corner the same way as you did your first. Now between the 2 corners you should have again an uneven number of doubles in the same amount that you did on the first side. I have 71 again. Then double crochet your third side the same way as you did the first, doubles into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces, and you can finish with a double into the third chain, into the double underneath the slip stitches, then make 2 doubles into the corner space. And I apologize that my yarn turned dark on me again. Let's start row 2. Chain 3 for the first double crochet and chain 1 more for the chain space. Turn your work over to the wrong side, then skip over the 2 doubles we made into the corner, 1 and 2, go into the third double and make a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double. So it's the same pattern that we made before, but when you get to the corner we have a little bit of a change. Notice when you get to your first corner we have 2 doubles left over. That's because of the way we started. Let's continue. Chain 1, skip the second to last double and make a double into the last double. Chain 1, then make your usual corner into the chain space of 2, make 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. And now we can make the second side the same way we always do. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Chain 1, skip 1 and make a double, and you can crochet the second side as we normally do. As you can see, we made 1 extra chain space on the first side. When you get to the second corner, make your double, chain 1, skip the last double and make your corner with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Chain 1 and now repeat what we did on the first side. Don't skip a double, go into the first double, make a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Chain 1, skip 1, make a double, so repeat the same pattern that we did on the first side. When you finished your third side, you should have 2 doubles left over, 1 and 2, chain 1, skip over the second to last double and make a double crochet into the last double. And now we can start row 1 again. Chain 3 for the first double crochet and turn your work over. And now we're looking at the right side again. Double crochet into all of the chain spaces and into all of the double crochet. Now for the remainder of this pattern, you will have an even amount of double crochet on the first side and on the third side, and an uneven amount of double crochet on the second side. Finish your first side and remember to put that double crochet into that little space that we created right there. Then make your usual corner, make doubles into all of the doubles and make your corner with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles. Crochet into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces, and then make your second corner the same way as your first, and on the third side remember that little double crochet that goes into that chain space. Now let's finish this row. Make a double crochet into the last chain space, double crochet into the third chain, and we can start row 2 of the pattern repeat. Chain 3, then chain 1 more for the chain space, turn your work over, skip over the first 2 doubles, 1, 2, double crochet into the third double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Now you can continue with the row 2 pattern, and we are crocheting on the wrong side again. When you get to your corners, we can do the same pattern that we did all along on the hexagon. Remember, make a double, then chain 1, skip the last double, make your corner with 2 doubles, 2 chains and 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the first double, and continue the pattern along the second side. Make the second corner the same way you did the first corner, and crochet the third side, and you can finish the third side. Make a double crochet, chain 1, skip the second to last double, make a double crochet into the third chain, and now you can start row 1 again with a chain of 3 and double crochet into the doubles and into the chain spaces on the right side, and you can add as many rows as you like to make the jacket as wide as you like. I made 4 rows, but you can make more if you like. Remember, on the other hexagon, start in the back, go down the back, around the bottom, and up the front, back and forth, so we look at our double crochet always from the right side. My jacket measures now 22 inches across, but you can make it any size you like. And now we can make the seams for our sleeves. Fold the hexagons inside out, so the wrong side is out and the right sides face each other inside. And the other hexagon the same way. Fold it so the wrong sides are out and the right sides face each other inside. Now we can make the seam. We will start on the sleeve and work towards the neckline and leave a little space for the neck. And then you can turn the other piece around and also work from the outside towards the neckline and leave a little space. And we will also crochet the 2 sides together and make the back seam from the bottom up to the neckline. So here's our sleeve. The wrong side is out, the right sides face each other inside. Grab the front loop of the second chain. Here's the front loop, behind it is the back loop. Go into the second chain into the front loop of the first piece and then grab the second chain of the second piece, 1, 2, but this time go into the back loop. It's behind the front loop, and make a slip stitch. And again with the 2 double crochet, front loop in the first piece, back loop in the second piece, and slip stitch. And again with the doubles, front loop, back loop and slip stitch. And here are our chains, and we do the same thing, front loop, back loop, slip stitch. And you continue with that pattern. Crochet the front loops together on the first piece and the back loops together on the second piece. And when you turn the piece around to the right side, you get 2 lines, 1 and 2. When you get to the neckline, slip stitch the last 2 doubles together that you made in the corner here and over there. If you want to keep continuing your seam because you made more rows over here, you can slip stitch the 2 chains together, and then here on the double crochet I would slip stitch 2 loops together, take the outer loop here, and maybe the outer loop here and there, and then also make 2 slip stitches into those chains here and here and here and here. And that's how you can make the seam longer. And here's the right side. Now you can make the other side the same way. Go from the sleeve to the neckline and slip stitch the 2 pieces together on the wrong side. Then start on the bottom and slip stitch the 2 pieces together for the back seam, and I will show you how to make a triangle for some extra neck space. So make your back seam the same way as your other seams. And when you get to the neckline, leave 9 stitches empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's the double, and in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's the double. Now let's make 6 half double crochet. Yarn over, go into the first piece into the front loop of the double and make a half double. Pull through 3 loops and make a second half double into the double crochet in the back, into the back loop, so we still crochet front loops and back loops together. Third half double goes into the chain in the front. Fourth half double goes into the chain in the back. Fifth half double goes into the double in the front. And the 6th and last half double goes into the double in the back. Now we will make 6 double crochet. Double crochet the first one into the chain in the front. Second double goes into the chain in the back. Third double goes into the double in the front. Fourth double goes into the double in the back. Fifth double goes into the chain in the front. And double number 6 goes into the chain in the back. And now you probably already guessed it, we have to make 6 treble crochet next. So remember to yarn over twice. The first treble goes into the double in the front. The second treble goes into the double in the back. The third double goes into the chain in the front. And the fourth treble goes into the chain in the back. Then the fifth treble goes right into the corner, so go into the entire corner space and make the treble into that corner in the front, and the same in the back. Go around the entire post of the back into that space and make the treble. And here's our triangle on the wrong side and on the right side. Now you can turn your jacket right side out again, and we will add length to our jacket. We will start in the bottom left corner. As we are wearing our jacket, we will work along the left side, along the back, and along the right side, and we'll go back and forth in rows to add length. Make sure your jacket is right side out, and we will start on the front bottom corner. So here's the front of the jacket and here's the bottom. You can make a slip knot and put it on your hook, yarn over and make 2 double crochet into the corner space, 1 and 2, and this is the same pattern that we already know. Make doubles into all of the doubles and make doubles into all of the chain spaces. When you get to the seam, make 2 doubles into the previous 2 doubles, and then 2 double crochet into the corner space. And then go into the seam and try to grab underneath 2 pieces of yarn to have a secure stitch and make a double crochet into the seam. and make 2 doubles into the next corner space on the other hexagon, and now continue the pattern, double crochet into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces until you get to the end of the row. And I noticed that the double crochet in the seam looked a little lopsided, so I fixed it and I put it right in the middle of the seam. Now we can finish our row, make 2 doubles into the previous 2 doubles and 2 doubles into the corner space. 1 and 2, and now you already know this pattern from before. Chain 1, 2, 3 for the double crochet and 1 more for the chain space, and turn your work over to the wrong side. And now we can skip the first double and the second double, double crochet into the third double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, and continue that pattern until the end of the row. When you get to the seam, skip over the double crochet that you made into the seam, then continue with the pattern. Make a double, chain 1, skip 1, and make a double into the last double and start a new round. Chain 3, turn your work over to the right side, then make a double crochet into all of the chain spaces and into all of the doubles. Finish row 1 of the pattern repeat with a double into the chain space and a double into the third chain, and start row 2 with a chain of 3 for the double crochet and a chain for the chain space. Then you can turn your work over to the wrong side, skip the first 2 doubles, 1, 2, and then make your double into the third double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double, chain 1, skip 1, make a double. Finish row 2, chain 1, skip the second to last double and double crochet into the third chain, and I have to start a new ball of yarn here, but you can start row 1 again of the repeating pattern, chain 3, turn your work over, then make doubles into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces. And now you can make your jacket as long as you like. You can make a jacket or a coat, for example. I added 12 rows. Now we will add length to our sleeve. Put your jacket right side up and go to the side where the seam is of the sleeve. Go down about half of the sleeve, and we will start right there on the bottom in one of the double crochet. Put a slip knot on your hook, and we can start anywhere on the bottom of the sleeve. Yarn over and make a double into any of the doubles, and we have a standalone double to start with. And now we will double crochet 2 together 4 times. Yarn over, go into the next chain space, pull through 2, leave 2 loops, yarn over, double crochet into the double, pull through 3 loops and through 2. Let's repeat 3 more times. Yarn over, go into the next chain space, pull through 2 loops and leave 2. Yarn over, go into the double crochet, pull through 3 loops and through 2. Yarn over, go into the next chain space, make an unfinished double, leave 2 loops. Yarn over, go into the double, pull through 3 loops and through 2, and 1 more time. Yarn over, make the unfinished double into the chain space, leave 2 loops. Yarn over, make the double into the double, pull through 3 loops and through 2. And now we can continue our regular pattern, double crochet into the chain space and into the double and into the chain space and into the double until you get to the seam. So now we have the standalone double in the beginning, and then 2 doubles together 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is how we decrease our sleeve and make it smaller. When you get to the seam, make 2 doubles into the previous 2 doubles, make a double into the first space, make a double into the seam, and make a double into the second space, and then continue your usual pattern, double crochet into all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces. Finish round 1 with a slip stitch into the double crochet and start round 2. You can chain 3 or make a chainless double. For a chainless double, pull a long loop, hold with your thumb, and rotate the hook counterclockwise. Go into the double where you just made the slip stitch, pull a loop through, then pull through that loop, and then behind that yarn over. Let go, pull through 2 loops, and that's a standalone double. It's prettier than a chain of 3. Then chain 1, and now here's a real big loop. Make sure you skip over that big loop. So we skip 1 and make a double, and chain 1 just like before, but notice we have bigger loops right here. Skip that big loop, make a double, chain one, skip one, make a double. Continue that pattern until the end of the round. Finish round 2 with a chain and skip over the last double, then make a slip stitch into the first double. Now you can chain 3 or make the chainless double again. For the chainless double, pull a long loop, hold with your thumb, rotate counterclockwise, go into the first double, pull through, then pull through the loop and behind the yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now we double crochet 2 together again, go into the chain space, make an unfinished double, leave 2 loops, go into the double, pull through 3 and pull through 2 and repeat that 3 more times. Double crochet 2 together, the one into the chain space and one into the double, and again double crochet 2 together, the one into the chain space with the one that you made into the double crochet. And one last time, double crochet 2 together into the chain space and into the double. And now you can continue your regular pattern. Make doubles into all of the chain spaces and into all of the double crochet. So we double crochet 2 together 4 times again to decrease. Finish round 1 with a slip stitch into the double and start round 2 again. You can chain 3 or make a chainless double and chain 1. Remember to skip 1, that's a big loop. Make a double, chain 1, skip 1, double, chain 1, skip 1. Now you can make the sleeve as long as you like. I made 16 rounds, but on the last round of double crochet I didn't decrease anymore. I like the width of my sleeve, so I just made doubles into the doubles and into the chain space. And then I made the last round with double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. And now we can make the other sleeve the same way. Now let's make a final border around our jacket. You can start anywhere in the back, right side up, make a slip knot, and then make a single crochet into the chain space. Chain 1, go to the next chain space and make a single. This way make single crochet into all of the chain spaces with a chain 1 in between until you get to the corner. When you get to the corner, make a chain, then a single crochet into the corner space, chain 1, a second single into the corner space, chain 1 and a third single into the corner space. Chain 1, go around the doubles on the side of the jacket, go around the entire double, make a single crochet, chain 1, go into the space, make a single crochet around the post, chain 1, go into the double, make a single, chain 1, and go into the spaces and make a single and chain 1 and continue until you get to the next corner space. When you get to the next corner space, make a single crochet into the corner space, chain 1, make a single into the first double, chain 1, skip the second double and then continue with the pattern, make a single crochet into all of the chain spaces with a chain 1 in between. When you get to the corner on the collar, make 3 singles into the corner, then single crochet around all of the doubles and into all of the chain spaces. Remember, all the stitches have a chain 1 in between. At the seam, make a single crochet into the first corner, into the seam and into the second corner, and on the back crochet around the doubles and into the chain space again. Don't forget to chain 1 in between all of the stitches. Here's our triangle. I made 3 single crochet around the first treble and 3 singles around the second treble with a chain 1 in between. And on this side we repeat the same thing that we did on the other side. Single crochet into all of the chain spaces and around all of the doubles. And then on this seam, make a single crochet into the first corner, into the seam and into the second corner, always with a chain 1 in between. 3 singles into this corner right here, and then on the side, single crochet into all of the spaces and make a chain 1 in between all of the stitches. And on the bottom, we skip over the first double that we have here, our 2 doubles, make a single into the second double, and then repeat, make the single into the corner, chain 1, then single crochet into all of the doubles or around all the doubles and into all of the chain spaces, chain 1 in between, make the corner with 3 singles and a chain, and on the bottom single crochet into all of the chain spaces with a chain 1 in between. Finish the round, make your single crochet and then your chain and pull the yarn out of the chain and thread a needle. we will make a seamless join. Skip over your first single crochet and go into the chain through the front loop and through the back loop. Then go top down into the chain that you just made where the yarn is coming out of. Well, let me find that chain. It's right there. See where the yarn is coming out of. Go top down into that and then sew on your loose end towards the left. So we have 3 pieces of yarn over there. And now you can repeat those stitches for your sleeves. After I was finished with 1 round of single crochet, I decided to make another round of single crochet, and I'm sorry I don't have video of it, but it's very easy to do if you want to do it too. Just start in the back again and make single crochet into all of the chain spaces with a chain in between, and you can do the same thing for your sleeves. And then when you get to the corner, remember we had 2 chain spaces, make 2 singles into the first chain space and 2 singles into the second chain space, and always chain 1 in between. Now our jacket is complete. I hope you like it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.